This one is the very first fashion sketchbook I ever did as a student at Parsons. I was at Parsons, Paris. So at Parsons School of Design, back in the day, we would do a whole year of arts before we had to pick a major. I already knew I wanted to go into jazz. And hi, Jazz Dog. I love jazz. I love having a jazz dog on the scope. The first year was like drawing, painter. Agora me lembro. Já lembrei. We did drawing, 3D design, life drawing, interpretive drawing, art history, stuff like that. So what I'm going to show you now is the second year. Obrigada. The second year we started learning fashion, and I want to give a quick shout out before I start this scope as well to Fashion Doll Stylist. If you've ever heard of Fashion Doll Stylist, it's run by Carol Mongo, who was my model drawing teacher my first year at Parsons, Paris. Ai, que bom! Fica aqui, eu queria conversar mais em português. I'm glad you feel good to be here. I feel good when you guys are here. I feel great. Yes, come to New York. So what happened, Fashion Doll Stylist, you should look her up if you're into Barbies, especially black Barbies, because she does lots and lots and lots of black and all culture, all race fashion, and I love that. I love diverse fashion. But she is she teaches you, não tem problema não, mas eu queria cantar. Vou cantar depois. She does, she even teaches like pattern making, sewing techniques for creating high fashion for Barbies, and so she's on Instagram, has a blog, she's all over the place. So check it out. So here's a page. What I'm gonna do is bring you in closer, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna work this way. Does anyone have questions? We call these croquis books. Croquis is a French word that means sketch. And this first collection, I went to the Musée de l'Homme. Karen, or awesome master bridal fashion illustrator who scopes live from her studio with tons of techniques, is here. My past posts on my website, you go to Fashion Illustration Tribe /blog. Oh, my skirt drape post should be up. Oh no, you know what? I have to check because Catch is gone. Thank you. I lost some of my recordings. That one may not have recorded. Can you ask me in Pericrafters? Are you in Pericrafter? So that I can look it up on my computer right away, because everything moved to YouTube. A lot of them got cut at the beginning or the end. And then I moved, some stuff I've moved to Vimeo, because I have a Vimeo Pro account and it's easy to upload. Yeah, some of them got cut. This is really fun. I just want you to notice here how they're all the same pose. And again, I don't work this skin anymore. Please ask, because I did a few scopes this week, and I know that 1 or 2 didn't save to the camera roll, even though it was supposed to. And I'm not sure which one right now. I can't remember. I think that scope was salvaged. I just want to make sure where it is right now, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Vimeo, or whether it's nowhere yet, and I can upload it for you. I'm really happy to hear that you'd like to see it. And also, I could do it again. It's good to know that that interests you. So I want to show you the inspiration. First of all, anyone from my era, does anyone know who Beverly Peel is? Beverly Peel? Does that ring a bell? Before I bring her out. She was like huge. So here's a picture of Beverly Peel. Now do you remember Beverly Peel? She was huge. She was in 17, she was in Vogue, she was everywhere. And this is a picture of her, and I can't remember now, but I think she's wearing La Croix. This is actually from an old Spanish issue of Vogue. Hi. Back in 92. Oh, was she? By the way, if you liked my illustration of Prince that was on, you've got to see Ochuncita on Instagram, her fashion illustration of Prince digital. It's like, I just saw it this morning. I thought I was going to die. Okay, so here, this was inspired by this knit, horizontal knit skirt. Yeah. Yes, with the black and white and the charcoal and New York Times. So that was what inspired me to work with these stripes. So I had been to an exhibit at the Musée de l'Homme, the Museum of Man. Huge ads with her. Yeah, I think you're right. So I went to the museum and it was all, where's the page? There's Phare du Soleil, the Sun King. You know, we think of Louis XIV as the Sun King. So that's what I do. But this was a Sun King exhibit talking about Tutankhamun. Thank you. So this was some like sketching from the exhibit. The first thing I ever did in a summer course at Parsons was they had a sketch from things in a museum. That was even before I was into fashion. But then I started, right, using, so this was a leaf motif that was in some of the Egyptian sculpture. And then I was experimenting with different stripes, and those are the Egyptian colors, right? You see a lot of those colors in Egyptian art. As a matter of fact, I have a painting, well, anyway, I'll show you. I used gouache to mix the colors to create my palette. Usually, thank you so much. Again, I don't endorse super skinny like that anymore, but this is super skinny here. But I want to show you if, well, there's Tut at the Met in New York City. I love black fashion, black culture, yes. I've been so lucky to have so many teachers in my life. Gospel choirs, salsa bands, you know, in arts, so many wonderful African diaspora teachers have taken me under their wing. I've been so blessed. Philly Museum of Art as well. So this was a temporary exhibit, I think, this Sun King exhibit. Now I just want to show you, is anyone taking my online fashion course? I want to mention to you, like, you can see that I was using the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4 heads to the crotch. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the foot. Now, just because the length is 8 heads doesn't mean she has to be super skinny. This was more like the way we were taught and at the time, but I don't work that way anymore. I am. Shoot, I must have asked a question and now I forget what I asked. Ah! Like, please let me know. Oh, you're in my course. Yes. And I got to go in there and visit with everybody. I was really busy hustling other work. Thank you. Thank you. So I teach an online fashion illustration and design course. I teach at Parsons School Design for 20 years, fashion design. And I also have an online program that's 15 weekly modules of like model drawing, watercolor, print design, fashion sketching. I also, thank you for sharing. I have a craftsy class as well that's more about technical drawing and flats. And that reminds me, there's more and more I want to show you in here because there's some technical drawings too. But this is the kind of stuff, what we want to do. My course brings you to this point where you're sketching your own ideas in a sketchbook and creating your own concept. So you can sketch from magazine photos. These were sketched from my mind. The necks are super long. Like, I really don't distort the bodies anymore like that. Naomi Campbell, Capa de Vogue Brasil Mayo. I saw that. Naomi Campbell was on the cover of Vogue Brazil this year and for their 40th anniversary Envision edition. Thank you for sharing that, Baby Brillo. Irina, yes, Irina Simeonova. We haven't met in person. She actually runs a school 40 minutes away from here in South Norwalk. Small world. Do you know Irina? So I'm going to move ahead and show you some more. I want you to know that I have notes down here and that there's no rules about how to do a sketchbook. These are just examples to inspire you. Also, this texture was on some of the Egyptian sculptures, and I wanted to use that texture as a knit. Oh, Gibbs. Oh my gosh. Is there still a Gibbs here? Oh my gosh. And what do you teach? Nice to meet you, Richard. I'm following you now. Yeah, there was a Gibbs in New York City too, and they had fashion, right? So here's more. So I took like the one idea I had and I kept working it out. So here's the, oh, this book is falling apart. That texture again, it's like a feathers texture. And then I tried it here as like square. And everything was knit. So I have rib knits and ties and another. This Issey Miyake was a huge inspiration to me. You can really see that there. So Rick's Picks, you taught fashion sketching? Do you scope? Oh my gosh. Are you on Instagram? Share. Huh? Yes, we're going to go to Grandma's and bring her flowers. You scope? Guys, another fashion illustrator. We got a great community here. Do you know Karen? Do you follow Karen? Okay, I'll finish this up soon if you're ready to go out now, Angie. Here's some more. So I was playing with the color palette.
Yeah, finish up soon.
Okay, hang on. Oh, shucks. I want to screenshot that. Keep you in community there. Okay, got it. And then here I took, you know, the rib idea from here and then rethought it as stripes. Oops. Are you teasing me? I'm just kidding. Okay. And then let's look at some more. This is some of the inspiration so you can see where the color is coming from. So ideally, you know, a croquis book, I love when a sketchbook is, oh, this is notes from something else. When a sketchbook is full of postcards and clippings and fabric swatches and stuff. These are sketches that didn't get painted. Ah, that's okay. That's great. That's great. So for Fun's back. So these I didn't actually paint yet, but notice when they're painted, they come very much more to life. At least I painted the skin here, but even so, and actually, this first year in Paris was the year that I got obsessed with African fashion because it was, you know, I went to Paris to study couture and all that, and I was just so blown away by the African fashion. Like, I just, you know, it's amazing how what you're drawn to will drive you where to be, but when you get there, you may find, you know, other things. So I just kept playing with these tight silhouettes. Oh, okay, and now this is a whole different group. So then, this whole book is falling apart as I touch it. Then I had another group. So this collection's inspired by Peru. So you see this little sketch I did with colored pencils. It's a cape and like gaucho pants. This is something separate because we were learning to make shirts. So that was just separate sketches. This was like a sketchbook, but it was also my student book. Okay, I love this spread. So I don't know if any of you took my Craftsy class, but this spread, this is a separate collection. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to make more shorter scopes. I'm going to make this into a separate scope. Okay, but just to show you where this is going, a croquis book can be flats. And these flats are from ethnic historical garments. I was probably also at the Museum of Man when I did this. Which I'm hugely fascinated by. I don't know if Lynn is going to get to catch this replay. Lynn Color Joy is her name on here on Periscope, but very much also into ethnic fashion. Hi, baby Brillo. So now that our group got smaller and I decided the Peru group that I just showed you, I'm going to bring that up as a separate scope so that I have more scopes that are shorter. Trying to grow my following and get more people involved. The doors are open on my 15-week fashion program at fashionillustrationtribe.com. So you could register right now. It's at a huge discount right now because I'm trying to just get more people out there with great results. Because I remind you of Linda Blair. I don't know who she is. Can you believe that? I'm like totally out of touch with everything that I am. I haven't been scoping. I'm trying to be back. I've just been a lot of projects going on. In fact, I just got a new university teaching job, teaching women in music at a local university as an adjunct. So excited about that. But I'm really, really, really excited to have more people learning fashion design with me online. The whole point of that program is to make this more accessible to more people. Oh my God, Youper for life. I thought it was Yapper. Is this Carla or not? Must be Carla. Hi, Carla. I wanted to be body positive and diverse and to really encourage that. So I want to give you skills for art and sketching that are that you can use for any size and not only be like, you know, like I was just showing you that I learned to draw super, super skinny. Not into that. And also because I want us to be expressing our voices. Whether we go into the industry or whether we're doing for pleasure, when we sit down to create, we tap into a deep... Oh, that's so funny. Youper for Life is a good friend of mine from a community we're in online. And she just changed her name. It like totally threw me. It's time to go visit.
I'm looking at a flock of birds.
Yay! Angie found a flock of birds.
Eagles.
Oh my gosh. And that means that's a sign.
Eagles.
We're going to fly.
You have to see it.
I'm coming. I'm wrapping up a scope. Flock of birds. Wowza! Yes. Come here, Angie. It's my daughter, Angelina. She actually has a bird on her shirt. And you want to say hi? So if anyone's just hopping on, we have sketches at the beginning of the scope. Say hi. Just say hi. Say hi, baby.
I want to sketch you.
Say hi, Carla. Hey. Fala português. Okay, now she's like off the hook. Say hi. Hi, Carla.
Hola, perrito.
Skinny Fiber, what's your name? Okay. Wrapping up. Let's see how long I last homeschooling her. I hope to see you all again soon. Wait, speaking of parenthood. Angie, let me read this. This is great whether you're a parent or not. Listen to this one. Okay? The best book ever. Parents, Tao Te Ching. If you want your children to succeed, show them how to fail. If you want them to be happy,
I will never
show them how to be sad. If you want them to be healthy, show them how to be sick. If you want them to have much, show them how to enjoy little. Parents who hide failure, deny loss, and berate themselves for weakness have nothing to teach their children. But parents who reveal themselves in all their humanness become heroes. For children look to these parents and learn to love themselves. Parenting need not be a burden.
It smells like bar.
One more thing you have to do and don't do well enough. Instead, consider your failures, your sorrows, your illnesses, and your difficulties as your primary teaching opportunities. And you don't have to be a parent to enjoy that. You could be a teacher, you can be a friend, you can be a sister. But it's not in our perfection that we inspire and guide and give. It's in our humanness and our self-love. This year, you know, Carla. Oh, muito bom te ver. Eu queria cantar para você, vou cantar depois. Yes, and you know what's amazing, Carla, is we didn't do that. Our parents didn't do that with us, right? Okay, eu vou cantar uma música rapidinho. I'm going to sing a song to finish up today for Baby Brilho. Baby Brilho, what are we going to sing? Menino do Rio. Nice to meet you too. I'm going to connect with you on Instagram. I'm Fashion Illustration Tribe on Instagram. And we'll do more sketchbooks soon. We could do Chegou a hora desse gente bronzeado mostrar seu valor. Eu vou pedir a padroeira pra me ajudar. Guda. A viúva do vintém, pendurado saia, eu quero ver. Eu quero ver o tio Sam pegar pandeiro pro mundo samba. O tio Sam está querendo conhecer a nossa batucada. Anda dizendo que a mãe do baiano melhorou seu prato. Vai entrar no cuscuz, acarajé e abará. Na Casa Branca já tocou a batucada do ioiô-iaiá. Brasil, esquentai vossos bandeiros, iluminar os andeiros. Que nós queremos samba. As crianças samba é diferente, outra terra, outra gente. O batuque te mata. Batucada, reúne vossos valores, pastorinhos e cantores. Expressão que não tem para o meu Brasil. Brasil, esquentai vossos bandeiros, iluminai os terreiros, que nós queremos sambar. Brasil, Brasil, vaqueros que nos queremos